Alright, so this song is in, it's actually kind of weird because it's in two different keys. Not really two different keys, but the two guitars are tuned differently from each other. So the acoustic guitar, if you're going to tune the acoustic guitar in standard, you could just put a capo on the first fret here and play a B minor shape. And then play a D major shape. Then an A major shape, then a G major shape to an A major shape. Okay, so it's So, technically you could play the same chords that were just being played on the acoustic. You could play a C sharp minor chord, and then to an E major chord, to a B major chord, to an A major. Okay, you could also play that bar chord style. So if you wanted to, but playing the acoustic in standard with the capo on the first fret gives it that, you know, fuller sound. But anyway, if you wanted to, if you only have one guitar in the band, in your band, that you could do it that way. Anyway, also going on behind it is power chords just kind of ringing out. You have the C sharp power chord to an E power chord to a B power chord to an A to a B. Okay, so that's all the rhythm that's going on. Now the lead, the reason this is tuned a half step down is because you kind of want this high E to be kind of ringing most of the time. Okay, so it's... Okay, you don't want to hit it every note, but it's kind of just a matter of like listening to whichever notes sound the best, because it's the open E is going to be there the whole time, but it's going to sound better with certain notes. So listen to all the notes. You have the note on the 14th fret, the 12th fret, the 9th fret, 7, and 5. Okay, so... So each one of those notes kind of has its own little unique harmony sound. So you kind of want to just pick and choose which ones you kind of want to let that E string be muted for and which ones you want to let it be known for. So. Alright, so that's how that's played so far. Okay, following along with the tabs. It sounds a lot better with the rhythm, obviously. Okay, so that last part there is 5, 7. Bend on the 7. Back down to the 5. Okay, so it's... Alright, so it does that every time it comes back to that riff, except for right before the outro solo. It kind of does a couple bend releases. So right before the outro solo, you're going to hear something that sounds like this. This solo is played over the same 4 chords that have been going on the entire song. You got the C sharp to the E to the B to the A to the B. Okay, so it just loops that over and over the entire time. Alright, so the way this solo is played is it starts out here in this C minor pentatonic area. Okay, so the song's in C minor. So if you know your pentatonic positions, you know your 5 positions, you're gonna find this a lot easier to understand what's going on. Okay, so this starts off in position number 1 of the C minor pentatonic here. Okay, so it goes. All right. Alright, so that's a little hammer from the 9 to 11 on the D, to the 9 on the G, to the 11 of the D. It does that twice. And on the third time it goes. Okay, so that's 9 to 11 on the D, to a 9 on the G, but then a 9, 11 on the D. Okay, so it's slightly different. So all 3 of them together are. Okay. Now after it does that, it comes up and goes. Okay, so what that is that's going 9 on the G, 11 on the G, bend that 11 of the G, and then 9 on the B, 9 on the E, and then a series of bends where you're holding the 9th fret of the E string, but you're bending the 12th fret of the B string. Okay, full step bend. It does that 5 times, so it's altogether it's. Alright, now with the looped rhythm. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now, the second guitar kicks in, so this goes. Alright, so what that is again, you're still in this pentatonic area, and you're bending the, you have your pinky, you could use your 3rd and 2nd finger, or you can use your pinky and 3rd finger, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But you have your pinky on the 12th fret of the B and your 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the G, and you're going, and then coming down to 9/9 on the G and B. Okay, and the second time it comes down and then it hits this 11 on the D. So it goes. Alright, and once it hits that 11 of the D, it does a little blues scale walk where it goes. Okay, so that's 9 on the D, and then 11, 10, 9 on the A, and then 7 on the A. And then it comes all the way down to the 2nd fret here, and it does a very slow bend. It's a very slow bend approaching this note. But you don't actually hit that note because you don't have time, because you're going to be coming up and you're going to be hitting this 9th fret of the D shortly. So it's, alright, so, and then the other guitar kicks in. So let me just play that part for you before guitar number 1 comes back in. So it goes. And then guitar number 1 comes back in. Now notice that this first bend of this part, it doesn't come in right on the 1. It comes in on the 1 hits, and then this follows. So it's, you hear that? Okay, just something to keep in mind.